Hammond finished with 7 threes, one off the school record. On the right, Laila Lawrence posted her 5th double-double of the season. Coach Woods, opening statement.
First of all, shout out to Coach Markey and LSU for the opportunity to come here and come to Coppin State on North Avenue and allow us to play this game. This game was huge, not just for the HBCU culture, but for what we need in budgetary wise. We did well off this game, and it's going to help us supplement our budget. So I want to make sure I give her the credit for that because she had to sign off on the contract. Obviously you want to win, but it's number 17 in the country. But I was proud of the fight. I think all you left out of here and said that our young women, never quit it and they didn't fight, and that's the goal. The goal is for us to get 1% better every day, and I think today we got better. We put a new offense in a couple weeks ago, right? And so all we did today and all we're doing now is trying to tweak it and get it better and move forward and get ready for conference play.
Kyle.
Yeah, Coach Kyle Andrews, Baltimore, or Press Box Online. Number one, I just want to ask, what was this like? Just being able to soak in this atmosphere at Coppin, and hopefully, I guess on you all's end, you're hoping that this could be the start of something new with, just the packing of the arena and everybody being able to come out and enjoy basketball, right?
Yeah. So funny you said that. We did what we needed to do to give some excitement to Baltimore. And I was happy about the fans in the stands. We had fans, right? And so obviously, you draw the defending national champions and the Angels, you come out, but they saw some good basketball from Coppin State University. And that was the goal. And so hopefully from this game, we can draw some more people to our game. These young women fought hard, and the community was out. And so hopefully that spills over. And that was the goal, right? The goal is to be on the big stage and fight and show people that, we have something special at Coppin State. Our record doesn't, it's not who we are, right? We've been struggling with injuries and everything. We're trying to put 8 new people together. But tonight we showed Baltimore that, it's something on North Avenue that's going to really be special. Rob?
Yeah, this is for Laila and Tiffany. Describe the atmosphere tonight. What was that like as a player to play in this type of environment, this type of crowd? Obviously the DJs there, just all the different elements, and the sold out arena as well.
She's shot.
Okay, it was just fun. It was very loud in there, so just playing in the atmosphere like that, it gets you going. If you need energy, the crowd gives you energy, so it was just fun all the whole night, just hearing people cheering for you, even if you're doing bad and stuff. Just hearing people that's cheering for you, it makes you want to go more and more. Just don't give up.
And then can I get a follow up with that? And then obviously they opened the doors 2 hours early, which is unusual.
Yeah, that was crazy. The game didn't start at 6, and it was the stands was full about 4:15, 4:30, man.
4 at Texas, 4 at Mississippi, 4.
Yeah.
What's it normally like when you guys come out for your shoot around? When you just come and just shoot on your own and just.
Rob, you've been to a game.
Come
on, man. Don't let them set you up like that, man. You've been to a game, man. It was different, for sure.
And different, obviously, in a good way, for sure. Did this exceed what you even, when you signed off on this contract, we talked in September, did this exceed what you even thought it could be?
Yeah. Because we did something for bigger than basketball. We raised money. This is the first Play for K game in HBCU history. And so that was a big deal. The Play for KR Foundation support women's breast cancer and all women's cancer for underprivileged communities, and that's what we're in. And so my team and myself and my staff donated $1,000 to the fund, and that was big. And they contributed. They cashed out me last night, 25, 30, 50 to donate to the fund. So, to have that piece of it as well, along with the defending national champions, made the game even more important. And I know that my jacket I had on, so my jacket I had on, Coach Mark and myself assigned it, and we're going to donate it, and they're going to auction it off to the KR Foundation. And so, just bigger than us, man. And that's our motto, right? It's bigger than us, and we have to make sure that.
Hey, this is Vince the Writer of Swagger Magazine. This question is for all 3 of y'all. When you cut the lead to 28-20, when you had a single digits, what was going through your mind when that happened?
At that moment, we knew we had to keep the energy up. We had to keep we had to stay on them at that point. they went on their little run, but we knew that at that moment that we had to like keep it there. Like just keep it.
When that happened, it just let us know that like we could play with them. Like, yes, they're bigger and you know they go bigger school, but we just like as an HBCU, it just made us feel like we're all just college athletes on the floor. No one's bigger than nobody. We can compete with them. We can play with them just like anybody else that we play further on down the season.
Yeah, Coach Jerry Bembry from ESPN Landscape. You had an extended moment with Kim Oki after the game.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was there an advice exchange?
Yeah, so she complimented. They've been doing that for the last 2 days of the professionalism and the arena setup and the facilities and everybody's working, you know, from always from the AD down to the SID to the custodians to the police officers to everybody. She just said, this is great for you guys, this is great for us, it's great for HBCUs. Kim is a good person, man. Like, I really have a lot of respect for her and what she does for the game of youth basketball, and I appreciate that compliment. It meant a lot.
And you told me a couple of days ago that this was going to be a big financial boon for your program.
Yeah.
Are you hopeful that more major level schools will come into HBCU campuses and maybe?
So since I've been here, we've had one every year, just not at this magnitude. You know, this is probably the first time that a defending national champion has came into an HBCU. I mean, she's on North Ave, right? And so it's been, you know, I mean, it is what it is, right? But think about all the security we had, all the police officers. They did a great job. They felt safe. They felt comfortable. They just said it. Like, Coach Starkey, the associate coach, was like, man, this is awesome. You guys have more security than we ever had on the road. And we just want to make sure that everything was right. Because when they travel, it's a show, right? And rightfully so. They have young women that have NIL deals and are making money, and we have to make sure that, you know, that we have their best interest at heart as well. And I think we did a good job at that. And that shout out to from top down, from the president down, to everybody who was involved with it.
And just finally, one follow up: what's your hope for fans who saw your team for the first time today in terms of
to come out and watch Coppin women's basketball? Obviously, we didn't win, but we're gonna be gritty and we're gonna fight. And I want them to come. We're gonna represent Baltimore well with that charisma and that attitude and that greatness.
Kyle?
Oh, yeah. So this is a question for all of you. Just in terms of being able to, go up against such a tough opponent and, of course, we talked about the atmosphere, but, like, what was the physicality like? I know you all were in there banging, getting rebounds, getting steals, everything that you could possibly do to win that game. I mean, what was it like going out there and trying to fight against the best?
Man, it was a fight, man. Like, going against injuries, like bumping, hitting, like, it wasn't no, you let off a little bit, she coming, boom, boom, boom. Like, you just had to stay your ground, be strong, and just be physical throughout the whole night. To, like, you got to hit her first every time, or she gonna hit you. Either you hit her, or she gonna hit you.
We had to be physical on both ends of the court. Like, just fighting for position, trying to rebound with girls that's, like,
10 times bigger.
Yeah.
10 times bigger than me.
And she down low in the zone.
Down there trying to rebound over them. So, yeah, it was a physical game the whole time. Offense and defense.
For all of you, what do y'all want to learn from this experience? Because should y'all win the MEAC, y'all going to run into a team like this in the NCAA tournament.
I mean, that's way too far, yeah. We got Duke on the 29th, 28th.
And even with that coming up.
Yeah, so, I mean, winning the MEAC, man, like, you always say that, Keith, but we got a long ways to go before we win the MEAC. And so we're going to take it one game at a time and, again, try to get 1% better. We're not talking about winning the MEAC right now. We're talking about, preparing for the MEAC and taking it one game at a time. The goal is always to win. But I don't ever go in the locker room and say, like, let's win the MEAC today. All right, the goal is to get better. It's a process before you win anything. And we got to get better at that process. And that process is showing up every day, working hard in the weight room, working hard at condition ourselves to get better. And before you can win anything, any championship, it's a process to go through. So we just work on the process. And wherever that process leads us, that's where we'll fall. Well, our motto today was let go and let who?
God.
Let God. And that's what we're doing.
It was clear that you guys showed a lot of physicality on the court, but how did you guys mentally prepare knowing that you're going against national defending champions and injuries with her being from Baltimore?
And it's funny you said that. Like, I think I loosened them up yesterday. I was very vulnerable in film, and my aunt has been sending me Bible scriptures, and it's just been hitting it like every thing she sent me, and I read it, right, and it's everything we're going through, and she don't watch basketball, and And I shared it with them yesterday. And I'm just happy, right? They say, "You've never been this happy, coach." Like I just been happy, and I think that loosened them up a little bit. And I think we had a little bit of fun for the first time in a long time. So I'm pretty loose now, man, and just happy and trying to just enjoy the moment, man. You never know when it's going to be taken away from you. So, I had to do a better job at letting them understand that like, we can enjoy this together. And we were loose. We were loose today, but it was very loose.
Tiffany, talk about your effort tonight from a 3-point range. Caught some fire.
She blew it though. She should have broke the record. And we work on not dipping the ball. And the last one she dropped it all the way in her lap, and I said she gonna.
I got too excited. I was so excited. But yeah, in the beginning I was putting them up. They start going in. I was like, okay, this is what we doing right. This is what we doing. We're gonna keep putting them up. So I just tried to stick with that. Heat check. It was still going in.
Last one. How y'all doing? Justin Eastman, Coppin Room. What was your
Coppin Room, baby?
Yes, sir. What was your initial reaction when you first heard that y'all was playing? I want to hear everybody's response.
So they didn't. I mean, my initial reaction was, let's go. Like they called and they wanted to play. I said, yeah. Like it wasn't anything. Like it was like, this is gonna be good for everybody. And so I never wavered. I went in my AD office. He said, let's do it, and we got it done. So it was never a thought for me. This happened last February. I believe they weren't here yet. And so, what was your reaction? What was your reaction? The recruiting process, right?
Yeah, when you told me on my visit, I was like, oh, yeah. Like, I was happy. I was like, I'm ready to play. Like, it's just a regular basketball game.
But now she got to see pros up front, though.
Yeah.
It's different, right?
I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough schedule. This whole non-conference, we knew it was going to be a tough schedule. So, it was just another game. Another tough game.
Thank you.
Last one, Ali.
How you doing? Ali with the Baltimore Banner. Coach, obviously the score sheet is going to say one thing, but there are a lot of residual ways that Coppin won tonight. Talk about some of those impacts, whether it be financial, whether it be the butts in the seats, the concessions, your ability to go out and recruit and say, hey, we play against the defending national champions. Just talk about ways in which you guys were victorious other than the scoreboard through this experience.
So the recruiting part is important, but from this game we'll have a recruiting budget, right? And that's very important in the HBCU, right? It's the fundraise, and this was a big fundraiser for us. That's just a fact. Like we don't hide from that. Right. We understand that, and Steve won't let me tell you how much we made, but it was good. It was a good amount, man. And I told Coach Market that. I gave her a number, and I was like, thank you. So it's gonna help that, and the butts in the seats. And like I told them before the game, it's gonna be sold out. But you get to play too. Yeah. All you guys are gonna be here. We'll probably never see some of you again. But tonight you left with a good taste game about Coppin State women's basketball. So now you get to write something positive about us because they show grit and they show toughness. And that's kudos to these ladies. And so that's the residual part. We get some ink too. And so Coppin women's basketball and Coppin State University, we got a chance to show who we can be and how hard we can fight. At no point did you leave your seat and say just ran away with it. Now the score went up, but we fought back. And so, that's a big deal for the community to see, a community as Baltimore to see have some ladies that are gonna fight like the Baltimoreans. That's what we want to do.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.